Good morning, White Pine County School District. This is your Superintendent Adam Young, and I am here this morning at White Pine High School joined by two amazing students, Thomas Murphree and Becca Murphree. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today.
Right?
So it's the fourth day of school.
Yeah,
How has your first week gone, Thomas?
it's been pretty good.
What's been a highlight so far?
Um, Choir.
I did not pay him to say that right away. So good. Because we're gonna
Cause
perform this weekend, right?
yeah, we have to learn a song real quick.
So it's
We're
been
not performing.
fast and furious. Yeah, you guys won't be there, that's true. But you still have to learn the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So choir's been good so far. How about you, Becca? What's been good so far this week? See, you are a person after my own heart. Those were my favorite subjects in high school as well. In fact, my senior year, the only core classes I took were government and English, and the rest of the day was music and theater.
Those are the only classes I'm taking.
See? There you go. And isn't it wonderful that you have that option to be able to kind of, do what is meaningful for you? Yeah. So, what did you guys have as a family? Any exciting things that you guys did this summer? Any travel, any particular activities, stuff like that?
Not really.
Did you participate in the arts festival for that week? And so, what was that like, Becca? Let's start with you on that. What did you do for the arts festival?
I taught 2 to 3 improv and 4 to 6 improv.
Okay. And improv being for our non-theater friends out there in an improv class, what is it that you do?
We mostly played games.
Okay. Games with the intended focus of what?
Improvisation, just making things up on the go.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of thinking on your feet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Keeping it real. Yeah. How about you, Thomas? What did you do?
Well, I helped teach a 3D printing class,
Ah,
and we had the kids CAD, the 3D model, and the print it.
okay. And what for you as an instructor was exciting about that?
Just like how they were able to figure it out pretty quickly by themselves because we didn't have much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I sure appreciate both of you being willing to be leaders in that role and help some of our younger students, learn and find some things that they're interested in. So that's cool. Now, last spring, you two had the distinction of being, to my recollection, and I'm pretty sure that this is the case. I don't have any evidence otherwise that would say that you two are the youngest two associate's degree graduates from Great Basin College in the history of Great Basin College. Is that true?
Yeah.
So obviously you've been intentional in the way that you've approached high school so that you could get that done, graduating as sophomores last spring, right? What what has that been like, Thomas? Can we start with you on that? What has been good for you as a learner to be able to take that associate's degree path just right out of the gate in school?
Um, it's definitely like it's been good that there's been enough freedom with my classes that I can choose what to take so I can take those. And I think that it's helped me to be able to like understand how college classes work. So yeah.
Okay. So you have a feeling now, because you're as a junior this year, about what that kind of college coursework experience is about, because obviously at this point in time you've taken a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and Becca, for you, what has been a highlight for you in this dual enrollment journey that you've been on for the last couple of years?
Um, well, we started dual enrollment because we learned a lot of the stuff from the high school curriculum while we were in middle school,
Mhm.
and I wanted to keep getting challenged And so, like the college creative writing classes, I've taken pretty much every one they offer,
Yeah,
and that's been a lot of fun.
yeah. So, as you've been able to kind of personalize your learning experience, do you see yourself, Becca, as more like in the kind of the arts and humanities type of future, or like on the math and science side of things, or like what for you as a human, what do you enjoy doing the most?
Arts and humanities,
Yeah,
writing,
writing.
singing, theater.
Yeah. And you're going to continue because is your goal to achieve a bachelor's degree by the time you graduate from high school? Do you and are you going to be doing that through Great Basin College or you are?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have your intended major and all of that stuff picked out at this point in
English.
time? English. Okay. So as a junior this year and someone who's attained her associate's degree, what does your day look like and what are some of the courses that you're taking right now?
I'm taking three lit classes and math for elementary teachers. I have intro lit and then multicultural lit and American lit. So what I do is I'll just work in my dad's office and then I'll come back to school for second and fourth for drama and choir, and then I'll work in my mom's classroom for the rest of the day.
Yeah. So you have a lot of flexibility and freedom based on this path that you've chosen for yourself. What would you say is an advantage, and are there any disadvantages with that?
It's easy to keep busy
Because you got a lot of work
because
to
I
do?
got a lot of work to do.
Sure. How many college credits are you taking this semester?
30
12,
because I'm taking 5 classes.
yeah, and they're
So
three
three
credits.
credits
So
each?
15.
15,
I can do
15?
math.
Well, you know, clearly you can because you're already got your associate's degree. Yeah, so 15 credits, and that's a full load, right? When you are done with high school and whatever you choose to do after that, if additional college is part of that, like yeah, you're a full-time college student right now, plus doing choir and drama and probably some other kind of co-curricular and extracurricular things associated with high school. So the drama club is having auditions here pretty quick for what?
Shakespeare.
Okay, so the Shakespeare competition in Cedar City.
October.
Okay, and are you preparing? Um, are you going to be part of the ensemble for that, or prepare a monologue, a duo? What?
No,
Okay, how come?
I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, just balance, huh? Good. So Thomas, your sister said that she's on the arts and humanities side of things. Where do you fall in that? What makes the most sense for you as a learner? What resonates?
I'm definitely more interested in math and science.
Yeah. Okay. And so Becca's taken a lot of the creative writing classes. I'm assuming with that response that you've really kind of more specialized on the math side of things.
Yeah.
So what math are you in this semester?
This semester, I don't think I have math. Next semester, I'm going to take Calc 2 again because I got a C minus last time.
Okay.
This semester, I'm taking Physics 180 and Chemistry and 2 computer science courses.
Yeah. I really appreciate the fact that you're retaking Calculus 2. Um, a lot of times I think students can uh, maybe feel like they didn't learn as much as they wanted to in a course. And it's like, oh, I'm done with it, ready to move on to the next thing. For you, because you didn't fail the course, you got a C minus in it. What is it that motivated you to want to retake that, um, even though you did pass the class?
I don't feel like I understood everything in it as well as I'm going to need to if I major in math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just about the learning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And your physics class, because I mean you're only a week into it now, but how's that going so far?
It's pretty good. We haven't done much work in it so far, only like significant figures with just like fancy rounding.
Yeah, yeah. And are you gonna have, is that a lab-based course too, where you'll have some lab time? So is that like a 4 credit course, or is it just
Yeah,
like,
physics and chemistry are 4 credits.
good? And besides those endeavors that you're doing with your working towards your bachelor's degree as well, correct?
I probably won't get my bachelor's degree before I graduate because most of the classes that I need for science, like they don't have a math bachelor's at Great Basin College.
Okay.
Most of the classes I'll need for science bachelor's require a lab that is only in Elko.
Okay.
So I probably won't be able to get a bachelor's until after I graduate.
Yeah.
I'm working toward that.
But you'll be close, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's exciting. Besides the dual enrollments and concurrent enrollment types of courses, what else keeps you busy?
Taking robotics,
Mhm.
which we have competitions a lot.
Yeah, lots of travel with that.
Yeah.
What about robotics do you feel? I mean, I know obviously you enjoy it, and uh, it. What do you feel by participating in that helps you towards what you want to achieve in your future goals for yourself?
There's a lot of problem solving and like the engineering process where it's just like you work, you have to work towards your goal, and it's a lot of, there's not as much structure, so it helps you to be able to keep on task when there isn't a structure.
Mhm. And when something doesn't work, how often does that happen? When something that in your mind, you figure one thing and then you try it and it doesn't work.
Probably most of the
Right.
time.
So how do you view that process, which I know is part of it, like you said, the engineering design process, but like what keeps you persisting through that process?
Um, it's just that if something doesn't work, it can help you to figure out what could work and what you could do next.
Yeah.
So it will give you ideas for making it work.
Yeah. That makes me think a lot about choir in that before we get something to sound decent, it sounds bad for a long time, and you're just practicing it and moving down to a couple measures and trying to get that right and doing it wrong a number of times and correcting it. And it's all about that kind of continuous feedback loop of just working to make something better. I think theater's the same way, don't you think, Becca? Yeah. Good. Well, I want both of you to know how proud I am of you and how amazing I think that it is that you have taken on this challenge for yourselves. Um, if you had to give advice, Becca, another student who maybe isn't so ambitious as to try to achieve an associate's degree by the time they're done with their sophomore year, but maybe is, or just, is kind of embarking down that dual enrollment associate's degree path, what is the advice that you would give to a student who's contemplating that?
Um, take the boring classes sooner.
Okay,
Get them over with.
get those done because it's part of the process. We don't love everything, but sometimes you just got to do it and get it done. Okay, because why? What, like, how is that helpful?
Because then you have the more fun classes to look forward to, and so you can push yourself, and then as you get closer and the goal seems more attainable, you'll have more fun classes, and it won't feel like a waste of time to do the boring ones because you've already done them.
Yeah. Okay. Thomas, do you have any words of advice?
Just say it's a lot of work
Mm-hmm.
and you shouldn't expect to like easily pass all your classes.
Yeah.
You have to work for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and have you guys experienced like because a lot of the delivery model for the courses that you've taken is eh, kind of an online model, not all of them, but a number of them are. Have you found that to be challenging as far as like sticking to deadlines and getting things submitted on time, if you're not like physically showing up to the class every day?
Uh, Sometimes, like if they have a weird deadline, like one of the history classes I dropped had stuff due at noon on Tuesday, and I could never remember to turn that in.
Yeah.
Um, but like once I get in the pattern, like the classes I'm taking mostly have stuff due on Saturday or Monday.
Okay.
So we would turn
Yeah.
them all
Yeah. So, thinking for the future, I know, Becca, you said your goal is to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Do you have a set plan at this point for what happens after that? And if so, are you willing to share it or are you keeping your options open?
in. Not really. There's a college I'd kind of like to attend in New York, which is a college of the arts, and you can major in English and creative writing and theater.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know.
we'll see. Well, that's a beautiful thing. It's you have set yourself up so that you're going to have many options because of the work that you put in. How about you, Silas?
I'm planning to go into computer science or math as a major.
What with I'm curious as someone who's really interested in that type of thing. What are your thoughts about the future of that industry and AI?
So I think AI has, I think as AI starts to develop, there will be less need for people in computer science. But the problem is AI makes mistakes a lot more than humans, and it doesn't recognize its own mistakes. So I think that there should still be need for humans in the computer science field.
Yeah, yeah. Both of my older two sons both graduated with degrees, not in computer science, but like information systems. So it's super tech heavy, and that's what they have understood too. And then of course the human part of interaction, like meetings with clients and like all of those things that at this point in time, AI doesn't do those things. We'll see what happens in the future, but it's interesting to think about that. Thanks for sharing that. Well, thank you both. I appreciate your time this morning. I don't want to keep you from your college studies, because you've got those deadlines to adhere to and some learning to do. So thanks for joining me today, and I wish you guys just the very, very best school year this year.
Thank you.